So looks like Plarium have dropped a surprise spider tournament on us for the Feyhammer Titan event. This is a bit spicy because it is barbarians only. Now I can see the logic behind it. You know, we're doing the Asgard Divide, we're getting all the barbarian champions. We had the pulls for Gregor at the weekend. But people, I enjoy these because it makes me strategize and think of different things, but they can be tough enough. So let's have a look at the index first. I do have a couple of teams lined up, but let's look at the index and see what's what. First of all, on top of the pile, if you have a Laz, this is going to be a cinch for you. You're going to do this no problem. He has counter attack, block damage, he has increased defense, he has all this stuff going on. Increases his own defense, but more importantly, in this form, he will attack all enemies and place HP burn debuff for 2 turns and cannot be resisted by, Stone Skin, not important. And then he instantly activates any HP burn debuffs on enemy under a Stone Skin buff, places True Fear. So we don't care about the rest of that, I suppose. The HP burn is the bit that we care about. It's placed for 2 turns and then you're good to go. He also heals everybody, gives a strength and an increased resistance, and does a lot of other good stuff as well. Attacks all enemies, hits twice with HP burn. So incredibly good for I was about to say for Hydra, for Spider, Barbarians only. He'll be your key to it. Chronam would likely make things very good as well. HP burn out there. It's not AoE on this, but on this it is. Attacks all enemies, has an 80% chance of placing a HP burn debuff for 2 turns, and fills his turn meter by 15% for each HP burn debuff placed by this skill. So he'd be excellent. And by the way, guys, because this is a restricted tournament with barbarians only, we're looking at 20. We're looking at Spider 20. We are not looking at anything else beyond that. Hard Spider. There's no Hex on the team. And you really want to be looking at like top tier champions like Chronum, like Alaz, like a few others to maybe destroy the spiderlings in one go, and that's how you're going to kill the big spider. But with no Hex, it makes it a little bit difficult. So it is just a tournament as well. It's not a turn attack tournament, so I wanted to make sure of that. So one of the big things with a turn attack tournament is turn meter control. Sorry, not with a turn attack tournament, just with a normal spider, is turn meter control. So a lot of us will have gotten our mans in the last while, so he's an obvious pick for this. He will turn meter control everybody. This is the only move we really care about. He will turn meter control everybody. He'll steal that turn meter and he will stun everybody then as well. So absolutely brilliant. That is the only move we care about from him. Syl could be good for you as well. Attacks all enemies 2 times and has a 20% chance of placing stun, so you can control the spiderlings. Also gives you ally protect, a bit of healing and stuff like that. Elder Skarg has the potential on his A2 to place HP burn AoE on the spiders as well, but it is conditional, so you'll need a bit of setup for that. And then we're into more direct damage people as well. So for anybody who's gotten Odin could be fantastic for this. So Odin, if you get your decreased defense out, decreased defense, stun all the spiders, and then go for your big nuke, you can actually end up doing a hell of a lot of damage to the spider, and that could work out really well for you. and I'll showcase that later on too. Loki, everybody got Loki for free, so we spoke about turn meter control. And where is it? Yeah, so has a 75% chance of stealing all buffs from a target enemy and 100% of the turn meter. So that's a steal as well. It books up to 100% chance and can't be resisted if he's under a veil, which he will be at the start of the turn. And then boosts allies' attack. So he will be very good for control, but for little else. He's not going to solo the spider for you or anything like that. But he will be very good if you don't have anybody else. Now, thinking of control and stuff like that, Archer is going to be very good. So if you have Archer, you're better off doing Spider Hard. And what level you do on Spider Hard is up to yourself. But because she has Hex and can get that out there consistently and decrease speed and healing off the paste off the hexes and everything else. If you have her, Spider Hard would be the way to go. For damage dealers, then Torvald, Odin, Thor, who we all just got. Alsgore would be good for bringing some block damage for you. Xena could be good if you got her. So there are lots of opportunities there, lots of people that we can use. Farrakhan for the ally attack, Hoskarul for control, for stun. Suai and Aina, I believe, bring decreased defense and weaken. So they could be good for setting that up. Yeah, so they have it on separate turns. If you had both of them, you could have one go with the weaken, one go with the decreased defense. That would be very good. So yeah, plenty of options there. But how do we put that together into a working team? Well, come with me and we'll check it out. Before we go, I forgot about Yakarl. I didn't call out Yakarl, who is excellent for this because he has turn meter steal, he has control in the freeze, he has decreased speed, he has I mentioned the steal, he has damage, he has everything as well that you would want for this. But let's flip over and we'll show a few teams and what we can do with them. All right, so we're over on Spider 20. We have our filter set for Master and Reserve Vault, and we have it set to Barbarians only. So this is what we have to work with here. So plenty there. So we have to think then of what we need to take the boss down. So I've already identified Odin as the only max HP nuker. So what we can do here is we can go with Barbarians and we can look for our debuffs. So I know he has decreased defense, so we need maybe weaken. So we have Aina, or Suai actually, who will bring weaken on her A3, and that boosts up to a 100% chance of placing weaken. So we can get that on there. We would look for HP burn perhaps, and we only have Elder Skarg. Myself, I only have Elder Skarg and Farrakhan, the fat man. And then we did mention decreased defense. Again, Farrakhan, Barrett the Blood-Soaked, Armina, and Jetney is actually a great shout as well. And then turn meter control, so we look at other effects, negative effects, and decrease turn meter as well. So we have Thor, we have Yakarl, we have actually plenty of options here as well. We have Hoskarul, we have Armands. So all of these, but the one that everybody is absolutely going to have should be Yakarl and should be Loki. Okay, so we're going to make a combination of those, and that will be my team, and we'll see how this goes, okay? Okay, so this is the team I'm looking at here. We have a free Lego everybody can get. We have a recent Lego that I was lucky enough to get. Not everybody's going to have Odin. And we have a completely unleveled Suai Firstborn there as well. So let's click start and let's see what these can do. We'll let it run through first. And then you'll see the control. You'll see weaken. Big nuke from Odin. Spiders are going to have a go there. We'll turn meter control from Yakarl. We have more control then from Odin, who stuns and decreases defense on everybody. Block damage up from Odin. Turn meter control from Yakarl. Block damage once more. And big nuke to finish him off. And he actually revived Suai in the end there as well. So 35 seconds and 32 turns for that. That was pretty nice. That probably what I'll use. If we look at this, like, I really was not joking. Actually, let's go into the champions themselves. And we will include Master Vault because Yakarl is in the vault. So Yakarl is not fully, like, he's not even fully equipped. So he's missing 3 pieces of his kit. He's at 155 or 255 speed and enough accuracy to land his debuffs. He doesn't need all of this damage that he has going on here. That can be completely removed. You just need speed and accuracy. And you actually want him weaker than Odin, so he will be attacked. Odin then is well built, and he's built quite handily. He doesn't need any stats. He has very low speed here, so 187 speed he's at. 270 crit damage and crit rate, of course, and then accuracy to land his stuff. But he doesn't need high attack or high HP or high defense to hit that big nuke, because this here is a max HP nuke that ignores 100% of defense. So actually decreased defense isn't really vital for this at all. Weaken will help out though, because weaken is just a 25% increase on damage taken. So that's my team there. Let's see it one more time. And then we'll look at another team. Yakarl can probably solo this himself now. To be honest, we didn't land all the freezes there, which is unfortunate. Let's see what that means for us. We have the stun out then from Odin. Control is the most important thing in the game here. And Loki could do a good job of controlling the spider. And we all should have Loki at this stage as well. And there you go, 31 turns this time and 34 seconds. So very consistent, very good, and covers all of the bases. Let's see what else we have here. Right, so we have another team on the go. We have Loki and Yakarl, 2 free champions that everybody should have on their account. Or be working towards Yakarl. We have Huskarul and Farrakhan, 2 epics, 2 good ones, but they should be accessible for everyone. And then Elder Skarg as the only HP burner that I have in Barbarians on my account. So let's see how this goes. I have presets set, so hopefully it worked in my head. So let's see if it works in reality here. So we decrease the turn meter. We get the debuffs on. We get the HP burnout, conditional and all as it is. It's landed everywhere. And that is working perfectly against all the spiders there. So with the control there, that's very good. We can see the HP burn going round again. And this is actually slower because it's 19 and not 20, so maybe we'll try it on 21 as well. Actually, that might be the way to go, is to try it on a higher level. Because if the spiders were going faster, we'd probably be done already. But there's the HP burnout again. And Elder Skarg is such a unique champ. He's such a good champ that I've never used him before. So it was a good excuse to get him going. And we have the turn meter controlled again. And wait till you see the builds on these guys. There's nothing going on here as well. Now I know you've seen empowerments and all of that going on there. But believe me, when you see the gear, anybody can do this. Anybody can do this for sure. And hopefully now in the next round of HP burns, we should have everybody down. Hopefully the game doesn't make a liar out of me. Once we get HP burn out a little bit more. We only have one out there at the moment. So we need another go from Elder Skarg to get back round to it. If we had actually direct damage built into this, there we go. We'd be done much quicker as well. So that was 157.65 turns. So a little bit more than I would want. Okay, so I did mention that the builds weren't anything special and that anybody could do this. And here you have it. Jarl again, missing 3 pieces. I didn't change anything from the previous build with Odin. Still in the same mismatch of gear. 280 accuracy, 255 speed. Hoskarul missing 2 pieces of gear as well. 227 speed and 220 accuracy. That would work probably a little bit better if it was maybe at 250. He is booked up, but this is primarily what you want him for here, as well as the stun. No masteries. Jarl has full masteries. Farrakhan, a few masteries, but not much. He is booked up. Heavencast is not much good on him as well, but previously Heavencast used to make debuffers ignore a certain amount of resistance. It doesn't do that anymore. He does have gear on him, so it's just perception stuff. Nothing is super special or ascended or anything like that. 232 speed and 335 accuracy. That accuracy can be much lower at about 220 to 250, so that makes life easier for you. Loki, I have no idea what Loki is in. Missing bits of gear again. Not leveled up, not leveled up, not leveled up. Everything not leveled up. He doesn't have his blessing on him. He's not booked. No masteries. But he comes in at 143 speed with enough accuracy to decrease and steal that turn meter on his A3 when I need it most. So that's perfect. Elder Skarg, not even ascended, and that's the same as Loki. He's only got 2 ascended, not even ascended. So nothing going on there. No books even, and no masteries either. So he is built with 231 speed. The reason he's built at that speed specifically is to go right after Farrakhan, because Farrakhan will place the HP burn and 2 poisons first. Once he places those, then Elder Skarg comes in with his A2 and places attacks one enemy 3 times and places an extra hit for each buff or debuff on the target, and can place up to 3 extra hits. Okay, so that's important only because of the bit that comes next, which is places a HP burn debuff for 2 turns and a True Fear debuff for 1 turn on all enemies if this attack places all 3 extra hits. So if the debuffs are on the spider, he'll place all 3 hits and he'll place a HP burn and a True Fear out on everyone. So that's why we use him like that. And that is everyone. We've no books in them. We've nothing special going on. No masteries, no nothing. But that is another Barbarian team for normal Spider. It would have to be 19. 20 is poor affinity. But that team would definitely work on up to 25 with better stats and better planning. Like, I mean, if you actually ascended some of them or put all of the gear on them, they could definitely do up to 25 for sure. Absolutely no problem. So I have one more special one that I want to show you, and if you want to click on the link just up here, that's going to lead you onto that solo as well. It's solo farming with food, so don't miss out on it. It's very valuable for what you have going on at the moment. And I'll see you in that one.